fuck with my energy. Don't you fuck with my energy. Don't you fuck with my energy. Don't you fuck with my. Hey, want to talk to me, Sabri? Don't forget to try out the new client special, only for new clients. Ivanka's clothing line went from caviar dreams to dollar store hot chips and sausages. Girl, she went from Neiman Marcus to the dollar store. Ivanka Trump, President Trump's elder daughter and top White House advisor, said on Tuesday that she was shutting down her namesake fashion brand more than a year after stepping away from the company amid concerns over how Mr. Trump's family might profit from his presidency. In a statement, Ms. Trump characterized the move as being driven by commitment to the work she is doing as part of her father's administration. After 17 months in Washington, I do not know when or if I will return to the business, Mrs. Trump said. But I do know that my focus for the foreseeable future will be the work that I am doing here in Washington, which is nothing. So making this decision now is the only fair outcome for my team, partners, and business associates while I milk the United States and put money into my own personal bank account. A spokesperson for Ms. Trump's brand said the process of winding down the company would begin immediately, that the brand's licensing deals would be renewed, and that its 18 employees would depart in the coming weeks. Existing products will continue to be sold, but no new ones will be added for the next spring. Ms. Trump's decision comes as the Trump administration threatens to escalate its trade dispute with China, where many of her products are manufactured. Clothing items are among the $200 billion in imported Chinese goods that the White House has said face tariffs that could take effect as soon as September. Oh, Lord. When Ms. Trump stepped away from her namesake label, her representatives highlighted the move as evidence of her commitment to distance herself from her business. Well, y'all, I know she sells stuff on like QVC, because I remember a few years ago my mom bought a pair of her thong sandals in a purse. Overpriced bullshit. Let's see, why did she really shut down her business? Is it because some investigations coming? Like what? Why, like what was the actual purpose that she shut down, her little business, her little money train? Why did she shut it down? Why? I mean, that stuff, I can't lie, before her dad became president, she made some really like nice shoes. It's like it fell into the category of like Jessica Simpson heels, you know what I'm saying, or shoes. But ever since she got elected, depending on what demographics you're a part of, people aren't buying it. Now, if you're a supporter of her, of course, but the overall market, So why don't we see? Why did Ivanka Trump truly decide to shut down her fashion label? She didn't want to be in it anymore. It's funny. It's not that it wasn't successful, y'all. I thought it was a business issue. No, she wants to do other things. Like how she said, she really wants to do other things, and she's ready to be released from whatever contract this is, whatever obligations. She also wasn't seeing any opportunities for expansion, like for her business to expand and to go further. She wanted more expansion for it to go even further, and it's not. So it just wasn't fun anymore. So she was like, you know what? It's not really worth my time. There is really no expansion, which is what I wanted. And so she's like, no, it's not even worth it. It's not exciting either. And also her dad told her. Her dad actually did tell her and her husband that it is best to shut it down. Her husband is one of the largest influencers in her actually shutting down her business. Yeah, it just wasn't good anymore. Just wasn't good to see. It's almost like she watched her empire. It was still actually doing okay. It wasn't doing great, but it was holding on. And she's just like, this hurt her personally, because I think she put a lot of her blood and tears into this business. I think she put a lot into it, and she's just, it's like her heart is breaking, that she's like, wow, watching something that could have been so big, but then she knows it's just not worth her time anymore. So yeah. Interesting. It's not something she did last minute, y'all. She retreated for a good reason. Like, she knew time was up. She would rather walk away while it's still okay than when it's really bad. There's also an issue that is coming up with paying off things. I think we're going to hear stuff about paying off, or when the business was shutting down, and about things not being paid off, or not being, like, trying to balance it out and stuff like that. She also was tired of the ups and downs too. It was like 1 minute is doing well, and then 1 minute it's not. She just got, it basically was a train leading to nowhere. It was doing all right, but she expected more. But she's still, yeah. But she's still getting her money though. Like, she still got her portion, which she needed to get. But whatever's left, there's not, it's weird. It doesn't have the energy of a failing business. It has the energy of a car that is on half, and if you keep driving it, it's gonna run out. So rather than finishing on a low note, she's decided to finish on a mid note. Like, it's not doing as bad as y'all haters think, but shit, I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving. Yeah. Let's see her role in Washington, okay? Let's see her role. But it did hurt her to see herself build something so big, and then now it's gone. So that is hurting her feelings, because she's like, wow, I really built this from ground up, and it's gone. So hey, so she does have some mixed feelings. So it's like, let's end this before it's explosive diarrhea. Okay, so why don't we go into how she's gonna work. What are her future, what lies in the future for her as the White House advisor to her dad, which I don't even think she's qualified to be doing at all. But what lies in the future? 5. It's craziness. This whole administration is crazy. 3, 2, 1, stop. Hardships. She doesn't know how to make final decisions. She's not good at making tough decisions when it comes to certain things. It's like she's gonna deal with still a lot of public scrutiny, not being judged, especially on this situation with like DACA and these children. That actually keeps her up at night. And I want to ask a question, how she feels about the whole children staying in concentration camps. Go watch my DACA video about children staying in how does she feel? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. She does feel that it needs to end. She doesn't necessarily agree with it, but she knows that it can't end. It's weird. It's like she wants it to end, but she's fully aware that it's too much politics involved in order to stop it. So it's weird, because she is involved in it, but she's like, I want it to end, but the reality is it's not. It's that type of energy. Oh, stacking her paper, making her money. Like, she's gonna work this. That's like that kid who comes to work at your job who's like the niece or the daughter or the son of the actual owner of the business. Like, they're about to get the highest salary and stack they damn paper. And I'm almost hearing the word legacy. Like, she's about her money now. It's like, stack this paper, stack this bread. This whole family thing is big on her mind, but she doesn't know what to do. It's like the whole family's being separated and she doesn't like it, y'all. But she's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what y'all expect me to do. Yeah, she's kind of like, the happiest thing in these cards is her money. Is how she's gonna make more money. She's not playing anymore when it comes to her money. It's weird. I think she was scared the first 2 years. Now she's seeing this. I just went from a fashion business and I'm about to figure out how to make some real money. Her dad is going to come up with some type of solution to this. Not right now, but they are working on something. It is going to take a while to pass. It's not a very strong bill, but shit, it's something. And I do see her playing a role in that. As I said, she starts projects or gets involved, but she leaves them hanging. It's like she likes having her name in things, but it's never done. Like her and her dad talking about stuff is just never done with her. It's like starting a hairstyle and never finishing it. Or you start cleaning, because I'm notorious for this. I'll start cleaning and then stop. She's half-assing it. Just so she'll have something to say she did something. It almost feels like someone who's not lost, but somebody who's not excited about her job. It's like, ugh. Yeah, it's like, that's why she's so whatever. She here to stack her paper, y'all, and maybe help with the whole kids being put in concentration camps and stuff like that. But why don't we see her marriage to Jared? He's a scammer. He's got, when you say his name, you feel the energy of a scammer. How is Ivanka? Oh, sorry, y'all. Somebody's texting me. Boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Grab me by the waist, baby. I don't want to say. Ooh, na, na, yeah. Well, how is Ivanka Trump's marriage? How is Ivanka Trump's marriage to her husband? What is the state of her marriage? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. She doesn't love her husband, but she doesn't hate her husband, but she loves her family. It's weird. Very weird energy. It's like, I can't stand my husband, but I love my family. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, these cards are not good. These cards are not good. It almost feels like her and her husband are putting up a front. She keeps getting the card of judgment for her marriage. So they're going through some stuff, y'all. She keeps getting the card of judgment. There's a lot going on in their like marriage. A lot. It's speaking in terms of her husband actually leaving or not playing a role like how he used to. And she's feeling a certain type of way. Her husband, it's weird. He's not in the White House like y'all think. Like, I almost feel after a lot of heat, he stepped back. So it's weird. Even though he works there, his energy is focused more on international things. Like what's going on overseas. What's going on there. Blah, 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 blah. He's in a weird place too. He's in a weird place. This is why I have an issue with Donald Trump, who's in office, because all of these people have side businesses which will profit, because now they know all of the secrets of the country. You see how trifling it is? See how trifling it was to put this man in office? So yeah, hold on, let me see. Her marriage is not exciting, but I almost feel they're trying to work through it, like trying to produce something. Y'all, in all honesty, her marriage, it looks like somebody who's trying to make it work, who's trying to balance it out, who's trying to stay married, you know, trying, but her husband's away a lot. He probably has male and female concubines. He's such a weirdo. So they're struggling, guys. It's put a lot of pressure on their marriage, but it's almost like Ivanka likes the image of marriage. It's like she doesn't want to give that up. What is the overall energy on Ivanka when it comes to her stay at the White House, her role with the presidency? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. She's gonna keep being her dad's support system. She's gonna keep moving forward. She wants them to be victorious, but she's not exactly sure what she's moving towards. That's the only thing. It's like just one day at a time. But there's gonna be the card of the tower never ends well. Why is she getting the card? This is her and her husband. I do think he's about to get caught up in some international scams. I think it's gonna leave a permanent stain on her rep. Why is she getting the card of the tower for her administrative position with her dad at the White House? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. This destroyed her marriage. It's also speaking in terms of money. Having to defend the money. Something is going to happen. It's weird. I think they're going to go after Ivanka and her husband's money. If her dad doesn't get a second term, the money that they made during the administration is going to be challenged. And she knows that. Yeah, they're going to have to fight. This is interesting. This is a whole other reading, y'all. Okay, guys, that was Ivanka Trump and her dynasty line, or whatever it was called. I used to call it, in all honesty, I used to call it Lifestyles of the Trashy. When I used to see it, I just have no interest in it. When you see who's buying her stuff, like, you just have no interest in it at all, girl. Put that shit on the 99-cent rack at, like, Big Lots or some shit like that. I'm good. I love me some Big Lots. Shout out. Bye, y'all.